The girls can't hear a thing I'm saying. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? You're all good? Shall we do heavens? Where did you all come from? Anyone would think that you're all sitting inside, keeping cool. We are trying to be cool. Oh, that came out all wrong. Hang on. Can you whisper, you two? No. Okay. Did you hear that? No. We are trying to stay cool. It's because we are living in an old rented, well, it's not that old, not by English standards, it's barely born, 1970s Besser brick home that has zero insulation. I've decided I might as well be on my uncle's property in Ardlethan in New South Wales in their little weatherboard hotbox. So we should, can everyone do their weather report around Australia, please? I'll do a little bit of a Nate from ABC. Hello, Lynn. I've got Lynn and Lynn here. Louise, good afternoon. Glad to see you're not out in the full afternoon sun playing golf. Good afternoon, Yvonne. Good afternoon. Oh, Judy Vermeulen's here, Em. It's been so long. And Jeanette, good afternoon to you. Carol's here too. Christine's here. Pauline's here. Oh, look at you all. I just had a chat with Lorraine. I actually Lorraine yesterday. Nan, Carol, Fiona, good afternoon. Well, the boys, it's only a boy, a young man in the house today because Rob's gone back to work. It was like packing him off for first day of school after 6 weeks at home. So that was rather lovely, only for him to get tomorrow off. Bernadette says good afternoon. Hello, Karen. Lovely to hear from you. Bet it's hot and humid where you are. Bronwyn Elizabeth is here from Adelaide. Val, hello, Val. Is it hot and humid, Karen? I'm guessing all day, every day in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, we're all under the aircon. So we have got Elizabeth. Now, hang on. You're going to throw me. Florida, it's winter, but it's not cold, right? It's quite nice and sunny. Love it when you call in. Sylvie is in America, and I'm only going to guess you're cracking 40 degrees this afternoon. Fabulous summer day, Deb. It's definitely barbecue weather tomorrow. So going back, Elizabeth in Florida, tomorrow is Australia Day. A whole heap of connotations attached to that, but it's the day that basically we celebrate being Aussies. And we take a day off for it as well. And we may get sunburned at the beach. That's a standard tradition. Barbecues. Really hot in Croydon this afternoon. Oh, flashback, Bernadette, to a life at Croydon High. Croydon High, we got to go home. Hello, Kui-san.
Hello.
We got to go home at 37 degrees, I think, because there's no air conditioning at Croydon High.
There was no air conditioning in schools.
Air conditioning in the Croydon High Hall was open a door down one end and open one up the other end and hope the breeze went through. Oh, okay, Elizabeth, we will have to convert 30s and 40s Fahrenheit, so I not know what that means. 29 in Brisbane, 36 coming up in Numurkah. Sylvia says 35 at the moment. I love it when you do this for me. It's awesome. All right. Now, seriously, today, a little bit summery because it's summer. It's not really green and gold. Hadn't thought about it. I would have done that. But a little bit of pink and teal going on. So there's a few things today to go through, and I'm not going to give you a preview. We're just going to jump in and have a look. Hamilton's 35.5. Rosemary's here. Hello. Barbara Lawrence is in the building. It was very ochre, wasn't it? Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Nancy. Sylvia got her parcels today. Christine, there are some tough jobs in life, but supervising grandchildren near a pool, I'd pay that any day.
Supervise.
Sharon Keys is up to day 7 of treatment. Gee, you know what, Sharon? You're going through the hard yards, but for us, it just goes quick because she only started last week and she's already done that. So Elizabeth's in Florida.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Well, she's done the conversion for us.
Oh.
It's 16 today. 16 degrees
bit
Celsius
fresh.
today
It's a bit fresh.
in Florida, but it's winter.
Yeah, that's
Can't
okay.
believe she's watching from Florida. Just a bit of a thrill.
Well, it's
So it's-
95 here today.
It's 95. It's 95 Fahrenheit here today. That just sounds bad. I know 100's
Hot.
40, isn't it? I've chopped the hair, but not enough.
I'll just poke my head in, shall I?
Today, wasting time. Precious time, which I will regret at the end. Oh, look at the hair. The hair was so buffy and fresh at 9 this morning. Never mind.
It's humid.
All right, fresh in. So, have you noticed there's a formula to the show? There's a little bit of a formula that happens. Something new, something on special, something we've shown you before turned into something, and then this a little and a couple of demos. So, first of all, that's not behaving because Rob played with them last night. So you've got no overhead. Does that worry you? You've got close-ups.
No, close-up's good.
You'll have a little bit of a seizure when you look at the screen flashing at me. Now, fresh in today. Can you tell Steve? Ash texted me from TNT, which means there's something at the front door from us like 3 hours ago, and I forgot. These arrived yesterday. Now, yes, we do have this in stock, but what you don't know is in the behind the scenes, we do not have much of it left. So there's new stock and projects planned for autumn, also known, Elizabeth, as the fall, coming up. And I just wanted to show... What are you doing to me? Nothing. You're hanging.
I'm hanging.
You
I'm
want
hanging
this
with you.
off my jacket? Oh, okay.
No.
You can hang with me. And what would you do with this?
Chop it up and use it as an autumn applique on a delicious black background.
You are so right, and that is exactly what we're going to do.
There you go.
There you go. All right. So there's
Unprompted.
more of this. So if you're thinking autumn, you've got multiple colours in. Then this is the newbie that came in like that. I'll pop it on the... Em hasn't had time to look because I've had her slaving away.
Sweatshop.
Sweatshop.
Not sweaty though.
So what I put on Facebook 10 minutes ago is what I'm wearing. That's how we roll here. So, oh geez, that iron's on.
You're pushing buttons with your
I
bits.
am. With my bits. Look at that. So this is different again to the autumn one. This has got... Stop it!
Press the eco and just make it go to sleep.
I even had him on embroidery. That's impressive. Okay, so this one goes... What is that down there? It's like a gold. It's that colour that's not green and it's not yellow. It's in between gold.
Almost a bit of a taupe.
It is. And then it goes teal, blue, purple, violet, burgundy, ochre orange, and up to this gorgeous colour up this end. I'm going to turn him off. Up this end. So that one's new. And then just while you're on the close-up, put your sunglasses on. Look at that. Rainbow. So this one we did have in stock, and I've got more in. We're doing a little bit of a... Did you see those essential packs Steve's cutting for next week out there?
Is that the batiks?
Yeah, did you see those?
Delicious.
Delicious. They go with this bolt. Pretty much.
Do we have presents from Ash?
Do we have presents?
Yes.
Is it exciting presents from Ash?
It's boxes. Yeah, there's 3 boxes.
Ooh, there's 3 boxes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Without giving away our support.
Our
Okay.
friend Tim.
We have a friend called Tim.
We have a few
Who
friends
is who is a source of many pleasurable things in the world of fabric. Okay. Hello, Diana. How are you today? Susan's here. Hello, Kerry Lee. It is lovely to have you join us today. Jackie says, nice to hear you mention Ardlethan. We lived in Beacon for 4 years in the 80s. It is a beautiful remote part. You know where it is, don't you? You go Wagga. You go Wagga Wagga. Now I just want to say this for Elizabeth in not Wollongong and not Wangaratta M. Wagga Wagga.
Wagga Wagga.
Go up
So good you got to say it twice.
and you got to go northwest.
So
Hour and
it's
a
a
half.
bit like when you go to Kuna. You go to the back of Beyond and then go further.
Oh, we so got to do that road trip again. Alright, so these are all new. I'm going to get these out of the way because Emma's just going to be a bully today and
believe
You
me.
went after me. Me first.
Yeah.
Me first. Alright. Now, the other things that are new are, there's more fabrics, but, didn't suck my tummy in. What Emma is going to show you today is how to take one of our scarves.
Am I going to do it to that one?
You're going to do it
Another
to this one.
Okay.
Don't chop it in.
Or are you just going to take off the one that you have on?
Actually, I'll take off the one I've got on.
rather than
Because
chopping
it'd
up.
be
the one.
terrible to run out and then you chop up too many. Em's going to tell you how to take one of our scarves.
I could take the one that I had to go on first this morning.
You could.
I might do that because you don't want to take it off. on
No, I've got
camera.
another top to put on. And we're going to do this. We have side seams and back. So Em's going to show you how to take the scarves. Any scarf, doesn't have to be my scarves, but that's kind of just a bit of a guide for you as well in terms of size to use. So Em's going to show you how to do that today. And Steve's done the banner at the top for today's show, and we have to draw last week's raffle, and those numbers are sitting in your
They
hat
are.
out there. And he's tagged everything, so you've got your banner at the top with pretty much everything we talk about in the show, and if not, I'll make it up as we go. What I've also done, there's a single ones. If you buy two to do what you're going to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
if you buy two, when you get to the checkout,
you
you'll
one
see
for
you've got a
free.
very nice little discount for them today as well. We're going to do this first.
Super special? Sure.
Do you want to do this first?
Sure.
All right. Do you want me to cut these other fabrics first? There's so much to do.
Well, how about I show the ladies your
It's no script.
kimono? There's not even
I,
agenda.
There's no, there's just stuff.
Do we have some nice scissors there? As in, I can do big cuts?
No, you get your scissors. I'll show
Okay.
the girls the specials. These are these beautiful peacock gardens, and this is one of our little specials for today as well. So this one's on special, but when we first had these, and I think I said it at the time, I didn't have the solids that were perfect to go with them, and now we do. So this is one of our beautiful colour works. Steve's out there cutting up our first release pack of Colourworks solids for the year. That will be happening when I get back week after next. Rob and I we're supposed to have a holiday, and when I mean a holiday, I don't mean a cruise, I don't mean flying anywhere, I mean getting in a car and going to a seaside fishing port.
Being absent from the house.
Yes.
Well-
A holiday. It was going to be after the Australian Textile Exhibition, wasn't it? Way back in September. And then someone had a uni commitment and couldn't fill in. And then someone had another uni commitment. And then someone
I
else.
think you're in the firing lines.
And then Rob made a mess of things. So, poor man. Rob made a mess of things. So this is our September holiday. And we're over holidays now because it's the start of the year. So we're not on holiday, we're going on location. Which means I'm taking work with me. As if I wouldn't. I'm going to burn myself on this Carissa.
Well, then I
Do you
better-
need this yet?
I'm going to do, if you would like me to do
Oh,
a
yeah,
French
yeah.
seam.
Then we'll get it out of the way.
Yeah.
So I have tagged this beautiful Colourworks solid with the fabric. So this is down to 18 instead of 26. The solids you will find are now more expensive. These are beautiful ones. I'm not going to stock. This is Colourworks Solid 256 and it's tagged. I'm not going to stock icky ones or light weave ones or ones that aren't colour fast or ones that change from batch to batch. We want the good stuff.
We want lovely, consistent
Because we're going to
quality.
commit to doing some lovely things with them this year as well. With some of my design fabric and other stuff.
What's
So-
that?
What is what?
The floral.
Isn't it pretty?
It's just unusual for you.
Unusual. We need to be silly today. See, that's cloth work. So you feel that?
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it nice? Why do you sound so surprised?
Oh, because I'm so used to, it's
You're
been
used
so
to my
long
stuff.
since you had things that weren't you.
Yeah, I know. Put them back there. Thank you. Good fluff and stuff. That, I think that's it's so nice and soft. You could dress with that.
There's cosmos in there too.
Yeah, and so this is the other one that we had. So look at, is that cerise? Do you call that
Chartreuse, maybe?
chartreuse?
Or is chartreuse a green?
I don't know.
I've got my
I
colours.
regret asking
Mine
you
the
now.
iron.
844.
That's what I like. Sagru.
Sagru. Okay.
It's not the same spelling as the fabric, is it? The fabric that I could never say.
S-A-I-G.
No, it's different. Oh. So this one's down to 18 and these are 19.50, but that's a perfect match. I'm going to put these over here.
I'm going to move the iron. I'm scared of it burning you.
They're really good, aren't they? It's as hot and as steamy as my big sunbeam. Let me
Just a little more. Little.
Oh, that
I'm
is a
going to go
pathetic
down to the
effort.
floor.
There you go. Summer tote, Em. Don't you think? Just a summer tote. If you downloaded the Melba tote bag and just
Come
did
out of
that
the
with
basement.
them, don't you think? I think
Yep.
so. Holy moly, there's so many messages. I'm going to go and read them.
That could be a delicious sashiko tote too. Panel of the solid with a bit of white sashiko on it. Nice. Tell me.
No, this is Catherine Dows's. It's been on my shelf. This is the card she sent us at Christmas with her decoration for the
Cute.
Christmas show. So I just thought Catherine's here today. I'm finally putting away your card in a safe place. There's heaps of them up there. They're beautiful. All right, so they're on special. We'll come back to this. No, Felicity, I don't. I will one day, but not at the moment. She asked if we had them in the black. This is me. Which you still don't believe. And this is me. So if you do your thing.
I'm just doing this, yes?
Yes. And then I'm going to cut this up and we're going to make a purse.
And then I'll do some things.
Because I promised the girls from Saturday, when we had our Benina, well, Saturday, Sunday,
Absent miss, I'm sorry.
you did not come. You own now a 720 Wagged class. That's on YouTube, you can watch it.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to go and get the numbers from Steve for last week's.
Oh, they're there.
Oh, will we do that now?
Here's the numbers.
So, last week, up for grabs, if you ordered from 2 p.m.
Until midnight.
until midnight Sunday, you went in the draw to win this. So,
Damn, I didn't place an order.
they are orders 3083 through to 3158. So you need to pick a number in between there
Sounds like
randomly,
postcode.
and then I will go and see whose order it was.
3117.
3117. 3117. I'll go see who it was. You showed the girls.
Okay.
All right.
Am I mentioning whose pattern this is, love?
No.
Ladies, and now I've got to work out where you are in these dazzling whites. I've actually got...
Unbelievable. I can't. Never mind. I'll tell you who it is in a minute.
I have no idea. 17's my lucky number. Lisa's lovely kimono that she has on is made from one of her scarves, and I have folded it into quarters and cut it along the big half. So what would be, there's your long scarf, I'm cutting it through the middle.
Yes, you're only doing 6.
And I'm cutting it in half. And as I said this morning when I was, it's a very higgledy-piggledy line, but I do need it to be nice and straight, and I'll probably come off the shot. Said to Lisa this morning, it's just another piece of fabric. We have to look at it as just a piece of fabric in this instance, and I don't even know what the special price is that she's giving it to you for today, but treat it like it's just another piece of fabric. The only difference being when you iron it, turn the iron temperature down low, and just, you know, when you melt chocolate, don't go hot the whole hog straight away. Just turn it down and do little tap, tap, tap and see what it's going to do. Because I did press the creases out, but I've cut it in half. So I have 2 squares approximate squares of this size. Now, ignore the higgledy-piggledy edge. Now, the large, the one of them becomes the back. Now, if you're clever, you'll put the one that's got the care tag aside and make that your back. You're not going to do anything else with that for a minute. Then you're going to take the other half and you're going to cut it in half lengthways. And yes, there's a little bit of a swap in here because here's one I prepared earlier. It's in half and in half again. Now, on the cut edge from this long cut, oh, hello Biffy, welcome back.
You better tell them why she's called Biffy, because Elizabeth in Florida knows the other term for what Biffy means.
No, Biffy is a term of endearment for our friend whose name is Elizabeth, but her little sister couldn't, or her big sister couldn't say Elizabeth, so she called her Biffy.
But we learnt in California that a Biffy is a portable...
Minneapolis, wasn't it?
No, but
yes,
Robert Kaufman told us
that's right.
that Biffy was
is a portable toilet
on a building site.
Yes, like a
We
portable.
had to change her name tag really quick.
But our this Biffy, she got called Biffy because she was the skinny mannequin, as our Biffy is. And let me tell you, when I transported the man mannequin and the lady mannequin in the back of my car home one day, there were so many conversations about Biffy and Andrew in the back seat. Oh, it's terrible. Anyway, so we have two now short, skinny rectangles and one large square. The raw edges that we have here now between the two pieces, use your rolled hem foot. Look in the big book of feet, look on YouTube for tips and tricks. I'll give you a couple. Make yourself a little 4-thread handle. So put the edge of the fabric into the machine and just sew 4 stitches, and then using the threads, don't use your scissor on your machine, using the threads, pull the fabric from the machine to create long tails. Don't pull the fabric because you'll just pull the threads out of it. But if you pull the threads, it will pull on the needle thread and the bobbin thread and you'll get nice tails. Then you use your 4 tails to start and your 4 tails at the end as a little handle to wind the fabric into the presser foot, the rolled hem foot, and use starch to give it a bit of body.
Stevie says sorry, he's fixing the banner now.
Oh,
It was a flashback to last week.
oops. Oh, super special still from last week?
No.
Oh, okay. So I did starch the edge before I used the rolled hem foot, and I did learn that if you change the little mannequin button on your banana to say that you're using fine fabric, you get a much more lovely finish. It's lovely and flat. This is how wiggly it was before you mightn't be able to see that, but it's a bit wiggly because it adjusted the tension automatically for me, knowing that I was sewing on a very, very fine fabric. Anyway, so I have done a rolled hem on both long edges of my triangles. Then it's this one over here, or is it? I'm going to turn around, Biffy, so you can actually see. Can you see? Just here, because we'll have a seam at the top, right across here, joining the 2 front panels. Just here, for 5 inches, I've just rolled the hem just for that 5 inches. The reason being that I don't go all the way across is it's a French seam. Where can I show you nice and neatly? So all of that rolled hem in the middle gets snuggled up either side of the neck inside that French seam. Now, before you ask, French seam, that is why I am here. She does look very elegant. Nice placement of that Waratah. I'm sure it was just a fluke. So rather than trying to show you on this I have two pieces of fabric where it's much easier for you to see right and wrong sides. French seam, you put your wrong sides together first and you turn on your machine and hope Lisa's adjustments didn't adjust it too much that I can't find what I'm doing.
What's she doing? What's happening?
I'm turning on this machine and I'm wondering what kind of settings it's going to have after your intimate little snuggle with it.
Mess with my 790.
I'm just waiting for your... It's not saying its name on here. You haven't changed your welcome message.
No, I haven't. Do you want to say don't touch Emma?
I am Lisa's.
You're up for cotton. You're good.
I'm up for cotton and yep, I'm happy with all of that. Now, French seam, and I'm coming over to... Can
What
you
would
cut
you
to
like?
the preview?
Ooh, look, 3. Look at that.
3.
Oh,
Look
no
at that.
hiding now, Em.
Oh, hello, I'm right there.
There you go.
Okay, and this is the sewing standing up demonstration.
Yeah. You can sit.
It's
if
all right,
you wish.
I'm happy. For our French seam, we're going to do... Oh, you have your hover so high. An
No,
eighth
the
of an
hover's not
inch.
on yet.
Oh, sorry, your foot lifts up.
Oh,
A
yeah,
long,
because I was
long
playing with
way.
it when I was showing the girls the other day.
Uh-huh. So I'm doing an eighth of an inch seam allowance here. May as well go all the way here. And a French seam is great for any fine fabrics. Also really good if you don't have access to an overlocker and you're not doing something lined.
I have access to an overlocker, I just haven't really looked at it yet.
Okay, so we've got a... Can I show you? I can't get the light to be just right. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes,
don't
near
ignore
the
what's
leaf.
on the screen, it'll be lighter for the girls.
Okay, so we've got a very narrow seam. Now with your... I'm going to come over to... Can I have this screen again?
Number 1?
Yes, please.
Sure.
And
Oh, I'm in the way.
I'm going to bring out the enormous ironing board and into the basement to get the iron. As with any of our patchwork, I'm going to set those stitches first, and I did do this with Lisa's kimono here, but of course I turned the temperature right down. And I did little to start with, and remember too that if you've put a little bit of starch on, it might actually almost adhere the fabric, the very sheer fabric, to the ironing board. So very carefully pick it up, don't peel it off because you might leave some of the weave or weft behind. Anyway, with the sheer fabric you might have some little wispy bits. Because it's so fine, grab your scissors and trim off any wispies. And go the whole way across, don't cut your stitching. So I've got a really tiny little... I'm going to come back over to... I can show you, because Lisa had a white bobbin in the back, that might be easier to see. I can show you that we have a really fine, narrow little seam allowance. And I think I managed to press that twice. That's better. Now, pressing the seam open. Wow, I'm really impressed by this little iron. Why did Santa not put one in my stocking? And then just a gentle press, finger press really, to put that seam right on the edge. And not a sharp press here necessarily, just another quick press to make the right sides go together. I want one of these irons.
Didn't you take one
I
last
didn't
week?
get one last week, no, we talked about it.
Oh. I think I put... Oh.
And now I'm going to jump over to my machine again and do a... I was just going to speed. Do a 1/4 inch seam this time.
Could you go smaller?
No, I was 1/8 first, and now I'm a quarter to make sure that any raw edges are enveloped inside my seam allowance. And try and sew straight when you're standing up and balancing on one leg. I think I did a fine job there.
What was the actress in Pretty Woman again? And not in
Julia Roberts.
Thank you. I can never do it. She was in that movie where the bride.
I've hurt 790
What
with
have
the
you
knot.
done?
He's stuck. He got all cold.
I can't believe you
For 2 minutes.
with the machine. You just cut, and
Yeah.
I will. They can't see me. I just tutted at them, and they can't see me tut. Swap.
Shall we dance?
Okay.
So, where I'm back on here, I've got a 1/4 inch seam now, and I've got a finished edge here. It's the folded seamed edge. Again, pressing to set our seam.
While you're doing that, can I mention something?
And one more, and pressing my seam allowance, not my seam allowance, my seam open, and this is a ta-da moment.
This is that.
Ta-da.
Oh,
So you have your
nice.
beautiful
Here, come down
finished
this
edge,
Come down
and
there.
then on the back
I'll go to the front one. There you go.
you've got all finished edge here. So you've got the seam allowances are all tucked within that seam allowance that you finished seeing.
So all of those dodgy fabrics I keep buying when we're out fabric shopping that are sitting everywhere, they all need a French seam.
Yeah.
In fact,
It's a very
in some cases,
professional finish.
that's actually better than an overlocker, I'm going to say. Because an overlocker is great if the seam's never going to get concealed.
if it's never going to be
My
seen.
new
Yeah.
Flash Whiz Bang space rocket,
Yes.
to the stars in
Take
the
me to
other
the
room.
stars.
Take me to the stars. Will do anything, any size, anything, but I think you're absolutely right. A French seam for heaps of stuff like that.
Yep. Even if you're doing a bag,
Yeah.
that's a really quick whip up bag. That's
Like
got
my
no
shopping
lining.
bags,
Yeah. There's something that's got no lining. Something that you
Bottle
know
bag.
that.
our bottle bags. We should do it for Christmas. And then we don't have to line them.
You've just made me rethink my bottle bag that I have made. Did you want me to
Oh yeah, show them. Yes. Yes.
So that's the French seam that sits on Biffy's shoulder here. So we've got lovely finished edges on the inside there. And the rolled hem will be encased inside that on both sleeve edges, and because we did the rolled hem across the back, it's also encased in the top at the shoulder and the neck edge. And then we've got just a little
It is rather lovely, isn't it? Because you end up
Little
with
bit
it
of
longer at the back
stitching
than
here.
at the front.
yes, because it sits down behind your neck.
Yeah.
So then we have just a little row of stitching here, and that's a case of probably measure your arm about here, halve it, because you're going to come down from the finished French seam that far. So my 12-inch muscle, I've come down 6 inches there, and then I've sewn for 6 inches. Now if I had big muscles, I might need to come down 8 inches,
Yeah.
leaving me a 16-inch
And
muscle.
if you were going to make one to go over a cream or a pink jumper or something for
Something
winter,
else
you'd
where
want,
you need
you'd want more.
deeper, and you could, because that's actually sitting almost right up here,
Yeah.
and you might want it to sit more at the waist.
I'm just going to throw this out here. If you decide to do this, our scarves are what, 180 by
Something like that.
180 by 190 or something. 90 by. It's described.
It is described.
If you didn't want to use all of one, you could piece.
You could shorten.
You could piece and you could shorten. So I could have one fabric or patchwork bits on the back. You know what I'm thinking?
Yes.
And I could do the funky bits and bobs all pieced together for the front and join here. The reason I'm saying this is how many of us have got square scarves or ones that we don't wear anymore in the
'cause
wardrobe
they're
that
out
we
of fashion.
love and they're out of fashion?
I'm just trying to give you the dimensions.
Or we've got bits, and I know I've got some, and I'm actually thinking I could have a square down here of something and a square. I could join. Get very arty. Join them all together.
Are they 160? It could be 180. It's just hard. I haven't got a full
I think
ruler
it's
here.
120 by 180. What would I know?
They're
just
just
'cause I
yours.
design them,
Yes.
I know, right?
Now, I have a lovely scarf at home. It's actually a pair of scarves that I bought in Queensland a few moons ago, not my recent trip. And it's two scarves. Now, they're not as big as this. It sits about this long, so the scarf is not wide. And it is just stitched together. I have had a variation where it's got buttons and little hand-worked half-hitch keepers.
Patricia says she's sorry she's late.
Oh,
Oh.
she'll have to stay at the end of class. And this variation, if you Google butterfly scarves, similar thing, that's actually something you can do with your square scarves too.
Yeah.
Another option. So I've made myself a head hole, and this should sit, I think it's about 7 inches from the centre, and it should sit about where your bra straps are, because you don't want it to be so tight on your neck that it's practically strangling you. But I've just put some of the little clips on it today for the purpose of not damaging another scarf. But over your bathers, if you don't like to tie yourself up in a sarong or fight your way into your sarong, you can. I've got 6. So I've got one here at the end of the sleeve, one at the elbow, and I think that was at 16 inches from the centre, one at 7 inches, 7, and then I've got the end again. Now, you don't have to have that one. You could just be really sweeping and
That
flowy.
one that I had on Saturday for the show. The girls aren't Banana Girls, they may have missed that. Was that it? Was that the kitchen table, isn't it?
Yes. So that's just another variation. And of course then there's the option of the tie it in half, in quarters, all sorts of things you can do with your Lisa scarf, because they are such lovely big scarves, all pieces of fabric, which is the way we're looking at them today. Did you want me to do the quick tie it up demo for girls who might not have seen it?
Yep.
Even though we've
Because
done it
it's
a
like
million times.
it's iconic. With the ponchos as well, there isn't a special. I think these are still on sale actually on the website. These are still on special on the website. This for winter over a jumper with what you just did
Yeah.
would be really nice because it's got the tassels on the end. I'll get Steve to tag
Nice.
it.
Oh, the fringing, yes.
And then
So I'm down to one scarf. I'm putting one aside.
see, that's the one that I had on Saturday.
Oh yes, you sent me a photo when you had your haircut. Nice.
So it's
Oh.
got
What can we do with that? That's,
so
that's
we
a pattern for
$7 for this at Salvation
Yeah.
Army,
Option.
and I wear it with my $220 shoes from Sonori.
as you do.
As you do.
Okay, so I have I can't quite get in the scarf in full shot, but I've folded it in half. Here's the fold over this side. So I've folded the length in half. Then I'm going to fold it in half again. Now I have got the tag, the little care tag, down the bottom so it doesn't end up near my face. And I'm going to tie a tiny, where am I going to go to? I'll go over there. A tiny reef knot. Left over right, right over left. Nice and firm. Then come to where the two long edges are together, and I can cut back over to front shot. Then, so it's facing you, I've come to the front, so there's my loop and I tied my reef knot. So one edge is the fold and one edge is the two, or one side is the two finished edges. So then if I take them apart, I have 2 big loops. And watch for clearance and do a bit of a ollie. Now I've got a cotton top on, so it may not just slip down nicely.
Do you want to pull your tush back? No, you're good.
You good?
Yeah, you're good.
And
You do the 12.
yeah, I'm just trying to see myself. So then I have armholes.
Should we talk about the Guatemalan botanists?
But you can also scoop it up, because did have it. That would nicely, that covers my bottom when I'm going,
That covers the mince pies.
when I, some mince pies, when I'm coming from the beach back to the beach house and everything's covered, but I'm not wrapped up in a towel, so I can still enjoy being cool. But
Sylvia's buying 3 for us girls who come swimming every day.
there you go. So now I've just scooped it up.
Yeah.
Take the front and just a loose little,
Oh, yeah.
and there you
Yeah,
have
there you
a
go.
vest.
And you'll be making a bag out of your under the Australian sun fabrics to go with it, of
To
course.
put all my phone and my water bottle, and
Absolutely. Free download pattern. Just
as I take out the stand.
Lynette Ann, to answer your question, yes, they're on the website. She's asking about these.
Oh yes.
Yes, they are on special, and I've just tagged them. So when you hit the banner at the top, they'll now come up. So these were $29.50, and they're now $22.
And they're a lovely winter
So
weight.
if you did do what Em's just done, and you need to, it's $45.
Oh, that one with the clips on it.
So
Yep.
$45, still cheaper than a bag kit,
Yeah.
and you're going to wear it over black and cream, and
Yep. A nice little.
and fully reversible. Oh,
Nice.
if only we had time to go to the gallery.
Yeah. Well, you told me that exhibition's free. I'm going.
We're going.
And I haven't, by doing that method I just showed you, I haven't permanently changed my scarf. And because of the lovely fabric that Lisa's scarves are made from, it doesn't get crushed and bruised into. Yes, if it had been there for a few days, it would have some wrinkles, but they drop out very quickly.
Catherine said they're 80 centimetres wide. She's actually looked on the website, which
Thank
you would
you,
think would
Catherine.
be something that we would do. Not
Yeah.
turning her Christmas card into a fan or anything.
It's warm in here. I'm getting a glowing mustache. Would you like me to take the iron away?
I'd
Do
love
need
you
it?
because it's radiating heat.
I'll go into the basement again.
Is Ruth, I don't think Ruth is here. You know, we always say hello to Ruth in WA. Ruth Crestastone in WA.
Oh, right, yes.
She's not here.
Oh, well,
And that is just
when you're
Murphy's
watching
Law.
later, Ruth.
Because
Oh, she was.
she is order 3117.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
And
So
she's not a
that's-
Victorian postcode, which is what I thought of when I saw all
Well,
those
she's 3 hours
trees.
behind. She's probably still out doing stuff. It's stinking hot in WA. I know.
Oh, it
my
was,
sister,
yes.
my sister-in-law,
Oh, I will also
the
take
lovely
this
Wendy
one out
from
of
the
here.
West, is whinging with her David Austin Rose's garden. No.
No, it wasn't going there, but I thought that was lovely. Not onomatopoeia. Can't
What
think
did
of
I
what
do?
It is. You did.
Wendy from the West.
is whinging. Can you just flick that
Whining
forward?
about her,
About the weather.
about the weather and her wonderful David Austin roses.
Roses.
Oh dear, we need more coffee.
I think
It's
we
not
do.
good.
You need to cut something so I can go off and.
Oh, I do.
multi-
I need to cut. All right, so that means we have to talk about Liberty. And I did warn everyone last week that the new libs were in. In fact, I think I gave you a little bit of a sneak peek. So Emma arrives when I get stuff these days, and she goes, "Who are you? And what have you done with my Lisa?" Because she's known me forever, and she knows she works with what I design every day, and then I throw a curly in. But now that we've got this great new website, and Steve, and it's not that new anymore, and Steve, and how can I describe it? In the little showroom that we had at the warehouse, there was only so much room that we could display things nicely. Whereas now, sort of, the website's our showroom, and so we can store things a lot more conservatively and neatly, and it's easy for you to find on the website. It's easy for us to find, so I can cram more stuff in, and we can diversify. But of course, I've got plans. I've got plans for everything. I've gone past I had plans for all of those panels that you all bought me out of last week, and I know you all want more, and I can't. I have begged, I have asked, but I looked back and I'd actually ordered 2 bolts, and I got the last one out of America. So it sounds like we were lucky to get the one. I really don't know where to put this for you, but maybe I'll just hold them up to start. These are all the new libs. These are fresh in. I've had these ordered for a little while, and I've gone sort of really boho, Bollywood, bright. Those people, the quilters and friends that have known me for a very long time, know that we had a little brief relationship with a name and a concept called Death by Patchwork. And these are the colours that we had. I'm talking a very long time ago, and I'm saying we bring back Death by Patchwork and the Funky Quilter and all of that. But you can see they're just stunning. I've got a little fat 8th pack that I've done, and if you have a look over, you see over here, there's more. I'll get this one out. This one. When you can't decide, you need a little bit of everything. It's like, do you buy the big block of Violet Humble chocolate, and you may not like it. You may not like it. So do you do that, or do you buy the favourite assorted?
So there's something for everyone.
What was the one we used to buy that had the different flavoured, fruity flavours in each?
Snack.
Oh, I love
Cadbury
snack block. Cadbury snack block. So
that's my husband's favourite.
Can you still get it?
Yep. I can't eat it. It'd send me into a diabetic coma. It's just so sweet.
Well, that was Dad's treat.
Yep.
Got paid on a Thursday at Telecom, and he would
bring home a block of snack.
He'd bring home the snack, or he'd go down to the chocolate box.
Melbourne?
And no, not chocolate box. I'm doing it wrong. There was a chocolate box in Main Street, Croydon, I think.
There you go.
Then there was someone whose parents at Telecom owned an apple orchard and used to bring home the fresh, cloudy apple juice. I was big for that. But Thursdays were just a thing of excitement.
It's funny our memories, because my dad used to work next to the
1, 2, 3, 4,
what's the
5,
name
6,
of
7, 8.
the bakery school in town? You would know. It's still the same. The patisserie. Who?
Oh, yeah. Give me a minute.
Yeah, it'll come to you before it
Or
comes to
someone
me.
will put it up. I know what you mean.
But because Dad taught at Melbourne College of Decorating, he was at the Melbourne TAFE originally,
Do you
and
like
he
that?
used to bring home Neamish tarts.
I'm going to just go back here. So we have 8 that I have put into this little pack. And you'll see here we've got new Wiltshire shadows as well, and there are more than those on the website too. And I'm thinking about doing an essential applique pack with those. Shut up, Emma, I know what you're going to say. Don't lean on the machine.
No, I was actually laughing at. I'm trying to work out, are your boobs bigger or my arms longer?
Oh, don't. Right, so there you go. So there are 8 for 8s. They are up as a set that you can buy if you can't decide which ones you want. I wish to draw your attention to. No, you may not have that one, Kiwi-san. You're getting
No,
this
yeah, I
one.
have that one.
This colour here, because you're going to say, why, what, and when has she put that in there for? I'll show you. That's why. This is a brand new colour they've done, and it picks up these paler leaves in here, and then it also picks up the one at the bottom.
Yeah, take this little sample.
Thank you. And then I've got some new blue ones coming for the next one. So that picks that up. So they're exactly the same. These shades in here, which I have a true appreciation for when they do cute little things. So they've released about 4 or 5 new colours I've got out there.
Nice.
There's a pale grey, they're all up. There's a pale grey and a new blue, and they go with the other ones. So cute. Now, these also go with that. So if you can hold that for me. Emma, got too much fabric.
And the problem?
And the problem is Steve's going to crack it soon because there's Alright, I just want to put this down. I hold that. There's a little bit of love there.
Yum.
Yum. And you're going to prove that to us, aren't you?
Yep.
You are. So, off the cuff, while I play with something else, Em's going to speed sew. This is not a task I would give to anyone, but she is an experienced speed sewer, licensed speed sewer, here and internationally.
Have I sewn internationally? I don't know
Where
that I
did we
have.
sew?
Sydney.
No, it was hand sewing.
Oh,
Do you remember
yes.
the first year we went to Minneapolis and St. Paul?
Yes. The crowbars in our hand luggage.
That. But no, we got to the stand and we set ours up, and we were back to back with Robert Kaufman because I was with them.
Oh,
And
that's
we
like
were
sleeves.
we were so organised, down to for the first year we were so organised, and
We were.
we were organised. We got there. Robert Kaufman had quilts that didn't have binding on. No, it was binding because they were pinning to the
I
sleeves,
thought we were making
binding.
sleeves. Yeah.
Jennifer Sampu stuff, wasn't it? They had nothing.
Ready to hang.
There was nothing ready to hang. The night before a trade show. So we did that.
And you taught him how to pack a taxi too.
I told him how to pack. You've got a memory and a half. All right. So just to take you back, if you didn't watch on Saturday or Sunday, I promised to do a zip installation today.
And
And
so
we-
this is my penance, is it?
No,
I
yeah,
have
for
to
not
do
watching.
it for not watching.
And I was going to do it at the start of the show, which we didn't. I thought what I was doing looked really good, and I came back and looked at it again, and it wasn't that great because I was doing it off the cuff with the girls. We used this orange and that. Yeah, so
I've still got a bit of
So-
other fabric that's orange and pink that you've thrown at me a long time ago.
so I'm actually
Salvage around the wrong
yeah.
way.
So we had a good sesh,
Yep,
but I want to do it properly and pop it up under Benina.
as well.
Well, it may not be Benina Book Club. Shh. I tell you what, if you want a machine from me or anything from me, you need to speak now because I've
Speak
been
now or forever hold your pieces.
summoned to the morning coffee at 8:30 on Friday. Summoned, and a couple of people did ask me about the 720, and probably what I didn't, and they're off thinking about it, which is great. But what I didn't mention was, if you buy it from me while I am a dealer, it comes with the full warranty. But once I'm not, it does not. Which I hadn't thought about. So Emma and I are going to make, which means I'm cutting the fabric and she's sewing it, a pencil case because it is back to school time. Steve would just love this for summer school.
No, it's not always a pencil case.
2.5?
No, we went 2 in the end because it was going to result in a 16-inch pencil case, and we just wanted to go to 11, and I've already cut the zip. Cut it 2.
Thank you. So we're just cutting 2-inch strips out of all of the fat 8s. Have I got them all here? Oh, I have. Gee. Nice sharp. Do you want this do you want them tidied up or not?
No. You already tidied the other side. Do you
Okay.
have an order preference?
That's it.
Could you just lend me that bundle and I'll sew them together in that order? Is that, you happy with that?
Oh, I don't mind what order you sew them together.
Okay.
So this is a strippy purse.
Yep.
Yes, it's going to be like a little strippy pencil case, and you're going to see all of them that way. And you'll bring it back and show us what you're doing.
Yes, because you'd like me to show you
And
how
this
to
is
put
the
a zip in
lining.
here. That's the lining I
And you've
already
got one of our
prepared
funky
earlier.
zips.
I've got a funky zip out there somewhere.
Ready?
I'll be back.
Set? Go. Alright, let me put these back up. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you today, well, I should show you, Em's using one of our funky zips, but these are 3 that I have tagged on today's show as well, that all go with these gorgeous Liberties. So, and just in case you haven't bought Liberty from us before, we don't stock the lawns. These are their 100% cottons. So they're 44 inches wide. and they're $27.50 a metre, and we've done the pre-cut pack for that too, which is kind of like a discount because someone may or may not be whinging or standing there with an ice drink at the moment, cutting and packing out the back. So there's the dark pink, so that's American Beauty, Holiday Pink. This is light pink. It is more peachy salmon, but it goes with, I don't need to pull those bolts down, let me just find in here. You know, because I just know I get frustrated if I'm on a website, get frustrated if I can't find the piece, on a website and I just don't know which colour to pick. So when Rob and I are on location next week, I am going to just sit with my own website and go through and add some little comments about what goes with what and what I think would be nice to use for things, just as a little bit of help. See what I mean? See that lovely peachy colour in there? That's when I would use this zip for a purse, because that's heading more toward that apricot-y pink in the light pink one. So that's really quite cute. Now I am feeling the love from my $7.90, but I'm going to do my weightlifting for the day. You should have seen this on Saturday. Lifting the machines in and out. I'm going to take her down. Did I just say she? All my machine up until now have been men. I think it's a she. It could be my first girl. Wow. All of my machines are boys. That's very interesting. My psyche's decided it's a girl. Right. First up, just as a follow-up as well, Yvonne's off to get her third booster. I'm doing mine Friday, I think. Just as a follow-up as well, from Girls on Saturday and Sunday, we talked a lot about feet. I didn't think I had a 97D in stock. I have one left, and we talked about 37s and 97s versus 57s. 57s are the ones that have got the little hinge side guard on them. So if you really feel you need that assistance with an accurate seam and you want that little guide, this guy's great because he'll go up and over pins and seams. So we talked about them, but I couldn't find mine. I have found mine, and plus we've got one of each left in stock. So I've got a 57 and a 57D. So that's the dual feed one if you want one with a guide for a 7mm machine. Here's what I did in the heat last night. I took our Christmas dish, which we've now got a heap more in of, and turned it into a Melba dish. Elgin's bought you roses. Oh, Igan's bought you roses, Felicity. How lovely. Aww. Bet she grows a good rose. So this is our Christmas dish that comes from this little pack. And I have got this one 3/4 made. So I just wanted to show you this one. Because I've been fussy cutting. And I want to show you how it works. I have 3 lovely ladies that I need to contact today who have got their packs and their inner and outer pieces are not labelled, and I need to contact them and fix them up for them. Dad was sitting at the kitchen table, to be honest, and he said, can I give you a hand? I said, yeah, shove these in these packs for me, and he actually took them out of their labelled packs. There's 3 out there. I need to find them. So that, if I hold it up close, I have fussy cut the stars on the inside with flannel flowers out of the grey, and then the sides of the waratahs are inside, and then the outside I've used the waratahs. I've been busting to do this since before Christmas, and I've used the Sturt P for the base. You don't have to do the reverse colours, you can do whatever you want. So we've tagged them individually. They're $10.50, but then excuse me, can I have a glass of water? please. I think I've got thread down my throat. I've also just put up a picture of a couple of kits that I've tagged with the 2 bits of fabric and one of these. So I've done this. When we originally had the ones before Christmas, they were, I think Steve said they were $14.95, but these are more because these are $19.50 because you're actually getting 40 centimeters of each, so you're getting 80 centimeters of fabric because I want you to be able to fussy cut, and then the packs are $10, so it's actually over $30 worth for $19.50. You will be able to, thanks Steve, oh, nice and cold from the fridge. You will be able to not just get one dish out of there, you'll be able to get 2 or 3 depending on which bits you cut. So this is kind of what I've got left from fussy cutting mine. I've got the other one here I'm going to show you. So that's what's left. So you've got enough for more, so you might like to buy the kit and then another pack, which you can do individually, and that way you're back to making one for $15 each if you want to. The other thing that I did though, because a lot of people, I want to encourage you to get them done now while it's hot and you're sitting at home and you're watching cricket or tennis or Netflix or whatever you're doing. Karen DeWilt, I know yours are not labelled, and so I will fix yours up. I've got, Steve had a quick look through, pretty sure we know who they are, so thank you. But yeah, so what I've done is we just did a bonus pack, which will stay up until midnight on Sunday or when we run out of this batch. So you get 5 for the price of 4. So you end up with 1 free. So I think it's 40, whatever that is, $42. But instead of 4, you get 5. So it's like buy 4, get 1 free. So we've popped that up. You may have a stash of fabric. Of course you want to use, you might even want to do it with our can you imagine them in those? That would be beautiful. You might like to do it with under the Australian sun, you might do it with anything you've got in your stash. So that's up for you as well. But I want to show you just how to start off the fussy cutting if you are going to do it with Melba. Just so I have that peace of mind. And then as I finish my samples off, I will put up the photos of them. I'm going to take you right to the end first, just with this one, and show you where I'm up to, because I want to sort of work backwards. You can see here, see how that opens up? So you actually make 2 dishes and put them together and whip stitch around the top. When you put the outside one together, you actually stitch it with wrong sides together. So you whip stitch on this side. So you want a really nice strong matching thread. And then when you do the inside one, you actually sew the whip stitch them together, right sides together. And then this one will sit inside the outside one, and you can see I'm heading round here at the moment, just stitching over on the edge, and then they'll join together. I made a mistake with this one, and I know I didn't do it the first time round. I'm a little bit cocky and a little bit heavy-handed with my seam allowances, and so I want to show you I have ended up with quite thick seam allowances here, and I did not look after them when I turned them under and glued them. So they're not giving me a lot of grief, but they're just a little bit of a challenge on the corners, which I don't do that. I'm really we just need to maybe just paper piece. Look at that. So I just want to show you the best way to do your seam allowances on them. Sharon Keys, you should have rung me. You've got to ring me if they were the wrong way around. You should have heard Danny, who makes them for us, when I told her, she was in meltdown. She actually had the next 100 packs packed off and or wrongly labelled, ready to send to us when I told her. So she had to repack them all, and I think she did it Christmas Eve or somewhere in there. I know it was when I had COVID. I just remember having the conversation and she was horrified. Is Cass here? Because we all need to send our love. Send our love to Cassandra, our beautiful graphic designer, who I know you all know who she is and everything. Because Cass had a migraine, and Cass had a headache and a migraine, and was really tired. And so then she did her rapid test to go to the chiropractor yesterday, and it wasn't a migraine. But she's nearly over it already anyway, before she even knew she had it. But we send her love, and it was a great excuse because it got me out of finishing the quilt on the back wall, I'll tell you about, because I knew she wasn't going to be up for doing the covers and the pattern. Alright, these are, so this is going to be my black one and my cream one. So if I was drawing onto my black, for me, I like to do it from the front, if I can, so I can accurately see. What's the back like on this one? Oh no, this is fine. We could easily do it from the back. So a black Frixion pen, chalk pen on the back of these is fine. If you wanted to do it from the front, which I actually did do with this one, yeah, I'm just going to hold the iron near it and the heat will take away the Frixion pen. Should probably want it in the front for you. Let's turn it over.
You need a Frixion?
I do need one. Not joking.
Okay, hang on a sec.
Alright. So take your pieces, have a little bit of a play, see where you want to go. Oh, I've just managed to. Emmy. What'd I do?
What you lost?
My bits. Oh no, I haven't. I've lost
your
my
machine.
bits. No, it's on the floor. Are you ready? You can get in line.
Speed. I can't see which camera I'm
Did you
on.
bring your... Unbelievable. Alright, I want to show you this because the piece that you're going to get is 40 centimetres, and the reason is, it's a bit weird, isn't it, because the repeat is 30. So in each case I'm making sure that you've got at least 6 of each waratah, and most importantly I know you've got 6 flannel flowers down the bulk. So if you want to make it exactly the same as mine, inside or out.
Where's the flowers?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm looking. I couldn't see them on
In
the
there,
bowl.
look.
They're in there.
They're in
What's
there.
that?
So that you've got enough. What you can do is you can actually abut your templates. So I'm going to put one here. It's quite hard for the girls to see, but I think they'll get what I mean.
Can I use a pack and can I go and put some Sharpie on the edge of that template so they can see it?
I think if I draw, these are great Frixion black pens. Thanks, Em.
Thanks, Val.
Thanks, Val. So I've got one on. I'll do 2. You can actually turn around, and my template sits, there's little leaves that sit in between the Christmas bells. And if you sit your template just on the top of the leaves, and then I can hold it up and show, you will get 2 out of the same cluster of waratahs. I felt like saying it like Jamie then. Waratah! Right, I hold that up. You can see. So I've just drawn around these 2 here, and I will get both of them out of that same area. And this is where this Goldilocks pair is good. We call this the gold, not the super small ones, not the super large ones.
The just right pair.
The just right pair. So I'm going to nick in here. I got really generous with my seam allowance because I thought, yeah, I can't be bothered. I'm going to slap it all together with the glue stick.
But did it limit you on cutting out other pieces?
No, well, this one was nice and small, but I got a bit heavy-handed, and I was just saying to the girls, it wasn't great for whip stitching around the top. I was getting a bit stressed because I was watching Interstellar on Netflix.
Oh, sorry, heavy-handed as in you got a bit stingy. They were a bit too close.
They were too big.
Oh, they're too big.
Yeah, because you look at this, when you go around the top, then you've got these folded bits of seam
Oh,
allowance.
you've got more bulk. Yes.
Yeah. But live and learn.
Well, we did that this morning, didn't we?
We did.
We lived, we learned.
So I've just got a nice scant 1/4 of an inch. Here, have some fabric. Glue stick. You can use school glue stick.
Sorry, I was absent for this part of class, for the beginning of class, Miss. Tell me,
Yeah.
I see that one bowl nests inside the other. Are
Yep.
there big and little
There are,
templates?
that's the contentious issue, because I was just saying Dad packed off a few. So they come labelled inner and outer in separate
Excellent.
packs inside.
Excellent.
If you get the right packs, I've got to just fix up a couple for the girls. And then Danny left her team in charge of the boat, and the boat sank, and they got them.
No, we're not
Look,
laughing.
if
That's
we
not
find
funny.
it, no, it's not funny. And if you let us know you got them round the wrong way, we'll just send you another set. Okay, so now I've glued that on. Then, so the reason I said
Seriously?
seriously, and what you can do then with every single one of them, because the templates are clear, you can make sure that your leaves are evened up on the sides, that your waratah is centered. You can check where your little petals are. Oh heavens, that's just reminded me. Judith Calladay, Yarram, wants a waratah welcome kit. I missed her email.
Would you like me to write you a note?
Yes, please. So just fold over. I know I said previously with these before Christmas, if you don't have a stack of glue sticks that you want to use up, you can use a small glue stick from your local stationery store, or add it to the school book list. I did tag glue sticks and refills today, I will confess, but our refill packs used to be just two in a pack. We've upped it to the 6-pack. So here is the tip. Keep your seam allowances down, but see what I've done now? I've actually turned over the top one last, and that means I'm not going to get all these little tabs sitting up on the top. So make sure you turn that top one over last, so you can see that's what that one's going to look like. Solved the issue. You turn the top down last. I must have done that last time.
Oh, so you don't have any seam allowances?
What a
Yes,
noof
that
noof.
makes sense.
You get fast, Em. Particularly when you've got 8 of them to make. 2 for me.
Woo!
2 for me.
2 for Mum.
2
No?
for Natty Noo. 2
Yep.
for Natasha. And 2 for Mary Beth in Pittsburgh.
That's only 6.
Yeah, where are the other 2? Oh, I'm doing them
2
in
for
Utah.
me.
No. Doing them in UTAS as well. In Under the Australian Sun. So you can see that's
Appreciate
how
it.
they're going to look. And they're going to sit next to each other like that. I do enjoy doing them. I do.
Do
Do you want my machine back? What you make? What you make?
Not
What
a
you
mess.
done?
A piece.
Oh,
I come in
nice.
piece.
Come in piece.
One piece.
So it's going to go this way.
And here's that
Well,
lining
think
we
about
mentioned.
it. We've only used 2 inches.
Off our little bag.
So off our fat eighth, which is 20, you could get another 9 of these.
And how many zips would I need? How much zip would I need?
All right,
I've
so
got 30 centimetres of zip.
so
Actually,
you'll
if
get
I round it
3.
up a
If
bit.
you buy it in the one set, you get 3,
Cool.
and you get 3 pulls.
So you could buy 3 sets and do all 9.
Or you make a purse, and then you might make a book cover.
Mm-hmm.
Book covers digital download and free in AQL.
There you go.
So you get a diary cover as well, and then you'll need one of these.
I've got my diary on the bench at home to cover, to ready to measure and cover.
You'd embroider each of these, wouldn't you? Sorry.
Yeah, if you get that clone machine working, sure.
I'm not good with the clone machine. It's
Oh,
broken.
still waiting on
And
parts.
parts from Switzerland. We've been running that for years.
Oh, a very long time.
Because it is the 20th anniversary this year. Ta-da!
Yeah, but I haven't been around for $9.20.
You're not far off it.
Lordy, no. I'll take long service leave if you're not careful.
Is it better to put the glue on the template instead of on the fabric for the softer edges?
No, I
No,
would say
Rosemary.
no because you end up with too much glue on the template. You just
No,
want
go the
long
fabric so that you're only gluing the bits you really need. I just use the dab to hold it in place. Good question though.
Yes, I've been asked that question myself when pre-shaping over something to do my Raja Revisited things. Learnt that it's better to glue the fabric than the paper.
Something else we've done lately too. Can't think what it is. We're going to do these now. I have to look after these. These must not end up on the cutting table.
No.
Or someone's going to get
shot
shot supplied. Speaking of liberties, this is this week's raffle prize. So it is it's our 10th. Oh, I nearly made it 20.
Ooh.
No, it is 20.
You said yes, 20.
20. Where's my wedding anniversary then in the middle of all of that?
How many years you been married?
This must be 29. 93.
Ruby next year.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. This is this week's surprise prize. So Emma will guess a number
Next week.
next week. Maybe Steve will next week.
Okay.
Just so they don't think you've rigged it. If I pulled Ruth's number out, it would have looked rigged.
No, 17
If
is
Leanne
my lucky
Church had,
number.
it would have been rigged. This is next week's giveaway. So if you order from 2 o'clock today through to midnight on Sunday, you could win this beautiful pack of Liberties, which does
What
not
are they?
have
What
any.
size?
These are fat quarters.
Ooh.
None of these fabrics I have on my website. So now you're going to ask me where to get the pack from, Lise.
Same as last week. It's a special gift.
Well, that was a special gift from our supplier. This, though, what we do
you
now.
didn't tell me if they're vintage.
No, what we do, Liberty do this thing where you can buy a fat quarter pack of everything that's coming out.
Oh, like market, like good market.
Yes, so these came in to pick from. I like doing it that way because I can see the colours.
And you
better.
can feel the what the fabric's really like.
What? You said what the fabric's really. I just
You thought I was
I
going to
was
say
about to have a heart
something else.
attack.
What the fabric?
What the fabric's all like.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, all of that. It's okay. I promise she won't be on you for long.
Where's the spare needle?
Oh, it's over here.
That's okay. I just couldn't
I
see it
took
on
it-
the side, and I didn't want you to step on it.
Don't tell the girls I'm in bare feet.
You're always in bare feet,
I'm going to put those up.
and I'm always in sensible socks and shoes.
I can't today. Alright, so come and tell me what's happening.
I believe. Okay, what'd you do with my piece of pink?
Is that
No.
this piece of pink?
Yeah, that piece of pink. I believe. I mean,
So
sorry,
you would like a zipper foot.
I would like a zipper foot, which I believe is a number 4.
Yeah, alright, I'll pay that. But no,
No,
trick question.
not on the 97.
Thank you.
4D?
For D of
Close.
$7.90 because we're dual feeding. So this is a perfect balance with me with the X zippophobia.
Excellent. Oh, do I need to do
And you with
a
the X 9mm feed. Hi, Steve.
Could this be classed as same on the same side?
Yes.
Solid.
Who asked that question?
Me.
Oh,
So I don't have to
all the
flip 'em.
solids are the same front and back.
Oh, no, so
They're
I
not
don't have to
printed.
flip them.
Oh, you don't have to flip them.
Would we like another demonstration of how to put the zipper pulls on?
Yeah, but I haven't got an overhead for you. Do you want to do it
I'll do it in a little spot. Okay.
there?
Yep.
In front of the machine.
Yep.
Before you do that, I'm just going to. Now, if you had watched on the weekend, what? Oh, they're used to that.
Okay.
They're used to the ring lights and everything. They're all over it.
They see everything.
They see it all. I don't know what else they can see over there. That's a worry. Okay, it's too bad. Oh, you see what they can see? I couldn't work out what that was. See down the bottom under the ring light? That's
Oh,
a
it's a
windsurfer board outside the window. Oh, that's sad.
Very
Okay.
sad.
Alright, so we're going to put on a 4D
4D.
because we're on a dual feed. It's a big chunky.
Yeah, it's got the little
Yeah.
receiver in the top. So
And
that,
you must make sure that you have on and you have told your machine how on earth did you end up there. Probably me pushing buttons.
yes, it was a bit booby
You
trapped.
have to make sure that you've got your normal slot
Not your straight stitching plate.
correct window because you've got to go sideways,
You
yeah?
have to move the
And-
needle position for the zipper foot.
Also with a smart machine, for want of a better word,
Mm-hmm.
you need to tell it which foot you've got on. Because I told it you had your 97D on, it won't let you go sideways
Yep,
because...
you'll break a needle on a 97 foot.
And I'm going to be here all day unless... There we go.
4. It's near the beginning.
4. There we go. So it knows you're sewing zips. And see, it's got a red line now. It won't let me sew in
In the middle, it wants you to...
Do you want left or right?
I can't remember. Can I adjust it when I get to it?
Sure.
So, a zipper pull demo.
Yeah, I'm doing a zipper pull demo. Where do you... I'll get out.
I'm going over there, I believe.
That, and that. And you can go either way.
I'm
We'll
just
let-
going to go into that little
Can-
bit of white space on the left.
Can I show you something? Look at this. You can actually just go to turn
Oh,
across.
no.
But you can if
Yeah,
you've
but
got...
it's scary.
Okay.
Then
Do you
I'll
want
get
a
into
platform?
trouble.
Do you want me to go and get you a platform? Or not?
Pom shoes.
No,
Where am I
forget
gonna
your
go?
sewing platform. Do you want
Oh,
a sewing
yes, that would
platform?
be helpful. Yes.
There you go. You can
Extension
can you manage
tray.
that?
Maybe. I'm thinking camera 2 might be better. Over here. Yes, I'll do camera 2. Sorry, ladies. And I'm going to cheat and come all the way round the table so that you really can see what I'm doing. Because if we zip our zipper pull and we've got it as a separate piece to our pieces of zipper, because we've bought zipper by the metre. Yes, I snuck around to the other side and swapped cameras. Is that alright?
Sure.
So I'm going to feed the zipper into the bottom of the zip. So that's the square end of the zip. Sorry, of the zipper pull. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go the opposite way.
You're out of practice.
I am out of practice. I haven't done it since we had zipper day. I'm going to put the zipper teeth into one side of the zipper pull, the rounded top end, and I don't really see how I've got it a long way down here. I would like it to be just at the waist of the zip, at the waist of the zipper pull. So just where the wide head, probably the neck might be a better description, where the wide part of the head comes into the narrow part of the neck. So I will put my zipper teeth into one side while Lisa sabotages the sewing machine.
I'm not I'm putting in cotton.
And the other side of the zipper teeth into the zipper pull about the same distance, and then I'm hopefully going to put it down on the table where you can still see it, and I'm looking over my shoulder to make sure. I'll just have another go at that because it fell down in the process of looking over my shoulder.
No judgment.
Now, this is easier to do with the cutting board under you.
Oh, do you
Because,
want-
no, it's okay. I think I should be okay. Because you've got a little bit of texture on the cutting board, a little bit of grip. And the table is quite...
I can get you do you want my
I was-
sandpaper board?
I was good at this last week, last time.
Do you want your sandpaper board?
No, I'm fine. Okay, so they're both in, and I'm giving them a little bit of a tap with my fingers there, pushing it on. And that's made the teeth join together. Now I can put a finger either side on the zipper tape. I should thank you, by rights be able to zip it up again and treat it like a normal zip. If you wanted to make it more like a normal zip, because it's nylon, you can stitch across the zipper teeth and just secure it so you can't pull the zipper tabs off, and you can do that top and bottom if you wish before you start using it like a normal zip to install it. And coming back around to the sewing machine, putting on the extension table without taking out any cameras, hopefully. Okay. And pink fabric. So I'm going to
Oh, how
come
cool does
up
that
here.
look with that?
It's very cute. I did try the pale blue zipper, but it looked very blue against this delicious green.
Now, we should tell the girls we're using this, the continuous zipper though, for this because it's wider than the zips
Standard
we've got in
dress zips,
stock.
yeah. Because we've made our little pencil case 12, it's 12.5 inches at the moment, it will be 12 finished. So I am going to put my, I'm going to actually open it up a fair bit, and I'm going to put my piece right side to the right side of the front of the zipper, and my right side, if I had a print for my lining, they're going to be friends at the back, and see how they're perfectly lined up there. And I'm going to grab a pin.
Sure you are. Oh, I've cleaned
No,
up.
I'm not. I'll use some clips.
Right.
Yeah. Here's these cute little blue ones that I found in your studio before when I was pretending to make a...
The girls want me to print out numbers for every single order and pull one out of a hat. I can see the look on your face. Maybe if we think about it.
We could do, we almost need little Kimono numbers.
And
So
no,
that we can
Melissa,
reuse
I'm
them.
not paying the app for the number
Number
generator.
generator.
I've got enough apps going on, but we can probably pull them out. I don't know.
We could have a book of raffle tickets. How many numbers were there in amongst that? Did we have
Heaps.
100?
Yeah.
Well, you can have a book of 100 raffle tickets, and we can just use them each week.
But the numbers don't line up with what's in a
If we just put the 3 1s or the
you
3
can
8s.
do that.
Order number ending in.
I think we'll do that the week after. Steve can pull out of the hat.
Okay.
Steve can pick a number next week. But that means he... Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know what? You could actually
We
save
have
them
these ideas.
now for next week, and they could all kind of try and beat it.
No, that's... No. That's horrible.
Evil.
You're all
Okay.
pegged?
I'm pegged, and I'm on 0.5, and you want me to sew way over there.
No, don't.
Can I-
Oh,
may
no,
I-
I see what you mean. You
Can I
can
bring
turn.
the...
Yeah. It's a skill I'm still developing to sew on an angle for demos.
Okay, everybody sit nicely. I feel like I'm back at
So
school
one
already
down one
as I
end and one
bump
up the other end, yeah?
Who the what the?
You go.
Okay. Oh, and I haven't got my foot far enough on the presser foot. Okay, you ready? Oh, that's right, you're already on lots, aren't you?
I do like the continuous stuff because it just gives you more freedom in construction, doesn't it?
Well, they're also a much heavier gauge zip than a dress zip. So for bags, I mean, you can make an overnight bag.
Yeah.
Remember we did the butted up against each other zips?
Yeah.
Now I've got my needle down, and I'm actually going to raise my presser foot so that I can... Could you just hold that up there so the girls can see while I use 2 hands in here, so that I can slide the zipper pull past where the needle is. Careful not to slip it right off the end, Emma. Thank you, Lisa.
You're most welcome.
Okay. Don't push any more buttons, you're scaring me. Sorry, my arm was in the way then. Sorry, as it knotted off. And so there we have the right side of our zip with the right side of our pencil case. And then I'm going to reverse the scenario and peg together, clip together my right side of my pencil case with my right side of my zip and my right side of my lining with my wrong side of my zip. And it gets a bit wiggly right where the zipper pull is. So I might just leave him there and peg the last one just before I sew past.
Are you going down the outside?
Yep.
While you're doing that, can I
Yes.
show the girls these?
Sure.
Sure?
I think.
Yeah. While you're doing that, because it's hot and you've all got other
me.
things to do,
Look, 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 look.
it's you.
It's not out of thread.
I'll just have a bit of fluff in there. You ready? Watching? You go here.
Oh yeah, I did it before.
And you go
And
here.
what it's looking at,
And you go there.
don't look at the thread. Okay.
While I'm finishing that off, I will just quickly show you. This is Charming Australia. So if you remember, we have it in black and cream, and we've also done it previously in ivory and red. So Emma and I'll hold them up in a minute for you. But we've just finished the top of this one off. Cass was my excuse not to get it quilted and bound for today, that and the heat, and we've been busy. But these will come up in a newsletter this week. So this is our new pink and teal border, and it goes together with the charm pack. So you'll find on the website the charm packs on their own in pre-cuts at the moment in these two colours. And a kit is essentially the charm pack with 1.5 metres of the pink and teal border stripe. So we will have the charm packs in pre-cuts, and we'll have the kit packs over in the kit section. So we just thought to finish the stand off today, it would actually be nice to put it up. So I don't always put up just a quilt top, but we did. And also the kit comes with the binding. I hadn't decided on the binding colour, and what do you reckon I chose for the binding?
You did, because I already made it.
Yeah, oh, that's right, she's made it.
Hang on a minute, I took it home.
The binding's actually in the mint green. We looked at all the other colours and we just went,
No, that needs
not what
that
we
soft
thought.
green.
It needs the soft green. So I'll get that finished and get it up and pop it in a newsletter. And then we'll also have kits of these two back up. What else is going back up? Floral kaleidoscope's going back up as well.
Floral kaleidoscope. What is floral kaleidoscope?
The banner block kaleidoscope in the black and red stripe, because the black and red stripe's back in.
Oh, yes. That had the gold offset.
And the saddlebags can go back up, everything like that stuff.
I'm not happy that we're way off in our...
Who's way off? What's this we?
it's me sewing standing up. That's what it is.
Yeah. Can we turn it through?
Yes, we can. Now, we're going to do it over here because
Sure.
it's a... Although, yes, we do a turny through. I can't even remember how to do this. To get
turn
my
it
right...
through.
Oh, no, I've just got to open the zip.
You've got to open the zip and sew down the sides.
I do. Yes, but I
Is
don't
the
want
zip
to
open?
It's half open, but I don't want to sew...
Just chop. You're going to sew across there. And you're going to sew across
I
there.
am. I need coffee.
But you've got to be able to turn it through the zip.
Don't zip it off.
Alright, so you know what you've done.
No, I really can't work it out this time.
When you sew round, I'm so pleased. I know. When you sew, you're going to sew across here.
Yes.
And then on this side you're going to sew across, and you're going to leave me an opening here to turn it through.
Of course. How many times did I do that to you when we did zipper day? Oh, I'm glad. It's nice to level the playing field up, Lise.
You do that. The other thing too, while we've been playing with the pink and teal border stripe, we've been looking for other fabrics that go with it and work. Because mine go.
Yeah, surprise.
But mine are all feature prints or coordinates from the range. They're not all separate things that go with it. So this was the very pleasant discovery. But it's not that much rocket science, because this is actually the green that we use with the floral in the pink and teal as well. So we use this one with this one up here. But in particular, this works quite well. So if you did want to make yourself a saddle bag or a table runner and you needed a background to do some sashiko onto, some embroidery, some applique, this is very nice with it. The other thing that goes with it, I'll go and get it. Here you go.
Oh, I'm working it out now. We don't normally have it all in one piece. We
No.
have two pieces,
No.
and we leave it open
But
at the
only-
bottom.
yeah. Right. Oh, so the girls can see you do the second one, if you want.
Okay.
Right. No, you're not happy, are you?
Yeah, I'm just moving the
She's
zip.
not happy.
I'm moving the zip so I can reach it when it comes to turning it through, but still leaving it open.
You ready?
Yep.
I'll go and get
So
that
I've moved the zip because the zipper pull was way down here when I stitched across that edge. The zipper pull was way down here. So I've moved the zipper pull up to here so that when I'm reaching inside the opening that I will leave up here in the lining part for turning through, I will be able to reach the zipper pull. Because it may be done with forceps if we have to actually extract it from further than we can reach. And normally we probably wouldn't be sewing these side seams with a zipper foot on, but who's going to argue with us, really?
I think it's really good, and that you had a little bit of a
Brain fart.
brain fade,
Fade.
fade,
Sorry.
because it just makes everyone else feel better.
Sewing carefully, slowly over, but I can, over the nylon of the zipper. Teeth.
You good? I'm
Yep,
making your
just
camera.
going to go a little bit further.
This is at the moment we're out of ivory flowering gum. So this is what I am using with.
So you can't see the selvage. So it looks pretty.
Okay. So this is Robert Kaufman 6644 colour cream. In colour 84 cream.
Sylvia?
And the reason that we haven't reprinted yet is we have 13 different flowering gum colours now.
I must need coffee. I thought you were going to say 13 flavours.
13 flavours. We have 13 different colours. So every time we add more colours in, it becomes more of a logistical challenge to have them all in stock all the time. We are out of 2, nearly 5 now.
Wow.
So we'll go back and reprint, but we're reprinting at the same time that we are going to print the big Waratah bouquets this year. And we're doing a black, I've probably already said this, we're doing a black tonal like we used to have, and a dark cream tonal like we used to have.
How many shades of grey?
So we will then have 15 colours in the range. 15 shades of grey. How's my pencil case? Is it ready to go on location?
Yes, what would you like to put in it?
All those
Sewing tools?
Frixian pens I just cleaned up.
Would you like 36 of them?
I need permission from the team to do my face. If I do Facebook Live from my location.
Yes.
Is it okay
Unknown location.
Is it okay if I don't wear makeup? Do you
Yes.
think?
Well, this is not enough. Nothing, and I need coffee. Just eyes and lips and a little bit of powder to get rid of the shine. Which
Anything I
I've
put on today is all gone with the blush from
too
the
hot.
hair. Anyway, so Quilters Life girls are used to me. No, a wet hair, no makeup. So
This does need a good press to get the fabric out of the way.
they join the club purely for the privilege of seeing me look as absolutely shabby
Unmade.
as possible.
It does need a press.
It does need a press, but
The general idea is there, and I haven't sewn the...
would you
little opening.
usually top stitch though down each side?
Well, no, you can't actually top stitch down each side because...
Stay out of the way.
Because you can't get your sewing machine in
So
there.
just a good press and a starch.
Yes.
If you were a hand sewer though, a nice little chunky running stitch.
Yeah, and it would look gorgeous with these beautiful images.
Which I see people do on Instagram all the time. And I
pearl
don't do it.
cotton. Pearl cotton. Do it with pearl cotton.
Stop, I need to show them inside.
Oh, okay. Don't show them where I haven't sewn up the gap.
That is really cute.
That is pretty cute.
Do you think you could get 9 of them? I've just realised I can't. Oh yeah, she's gone. When she used the camera. Oh no, Jim was in front of it. I'll just hold that there. Look at that. So that is literally 2.5 inches.
Two
2 inches
2 inch cuts.
off the end of it.
Of
Can
a-
you just put the other bits. That's what's left. So you don't even notice that you've taken
I think
them
I
off.
just created a little lance. Did you see that catch? So you've still got
all that.
big
So
pieces. Or big as the sewing machine pieces.
I think why we're carrying on like pork chops about it is because we do big projects, we do big quilts and stuff, and then when you get down to little prints like this,
And you did that in how long?
super
I know
fast.
you put the speed demon on the
But
case,
I actually think this and one of the Christmas dishes and a glasses case and a purse and a... So what you're telling
sewing
me
machine
now...
on location with you?
What you're telling me now, I really need to do a fat 8 pack of flower and gum as well.
Ooh, which is it? Oh, black and gold zip.
For
Or the gold
tomorrow.
zip.
Tomorrow release for, Australia Day tomorrow.
Yes.
I need to do a pre-cut pack.
Yes.
I had nothing else to do tomorrow, Em, so that's
Steve.
that's a great idea. We need to send Steve home with a sewing machine.
Yeah, he's taking the
He's not
375 to piece his quilt from last week's show.
735.
Did I say that the wrong
You're
I
on the
do
wrong way.
need the
Oh dear.
coffee.
All right, so I'm trying to keep up with everyone's messages. The girls all want us to do the raffle differently. They want me to hand type out everyone's names and put them in a hat. I don't see it happening.
The only way you could do that is actually print a screenshot of the list of orders from and then cut them like fringing
we'll
and go.
work on that if you like the dramatic effect.
Steve has something to add.
Steve has something.
Oh, he's just listening to how
Can
the
I
raffle would like
have
to.
the hat? And I'll show the girls the hat.
You mean that one?
Oh, it's all right. Here, Steve. So we'll use this hat.
If I had more notice, I would have.
You could have done that.
Steve, for next week. No, well, it may not. It won't be next week. It'll be the week after. I'm not sure what I can.
You could be wearing that hat on location next week. Hang on, down at the back and up at
When
the
was
front.
this? Was my, hang on. I feel like 4 weddings and a funeral.
Yes.
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 Emmy made me this hat. Vogue pattern.
Vogue pattern.
Isn't that just fabulous? For my holiday. Sorry, on location with the sewing. And it's too hot to wear the hat.
It is too hot for today.
All right.
But it's a lovely shady hat.
Fiona, we would not print 2 copies of each invoice because it's a waste of
That's
paper.
cutting down trees.
And it's a lot of paper because every invoice is not necessarily 1 page. Don't worry, Steve's all over it. Oh, Catherine said no, makeup is fine.
Excellent. Thank you,
Excellent.
Catherine.
That's all I needed to know. Absolutely. So next week, how am I going to do it? I'm not here. I will draw it from on location with my phone. You're going to be here.
I'll be here.
Steve's going to be here.
He can draw it.
We're waiting till we get to unnamed location.
Mm-hmm. Undisclosed.
According to Google Maps, 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Undisclosed location.
Undisclosed location. We're waiting till we get there to see if we've got
Upload speed.
But there'll be stuff. There'll be stuff happening. We'll get it to you. Anyway, Fiona says she doesn't need trees. Fiona, she's being naughty.
Does she need to breathe?
No, we're going to stick them all in a hat, Lorraine. We'll stick them in a hat.
We'll
I'll
find
have
a
them
way.
with me. It'll be in this hat.
It's until
And-
Sunday. When do you leave?
Oh,
You
I
can
do
stick them in the hat
I
and
could
take
do-
the hat with you.
I could do a Monday night show and just leave you guys with absolute chaos for the week. That's a plan. We're going to do that.
I think the baby that I'm having to babysit my job for on a Tuesday might be born next Monday at that rate.
No, you know. I don't do a Monday night show. Or is this
No.
is it Sunday night? Oh no, my Sundays
The sales between what time
now.
and midnight on Sunday.
Yes.
Print the list before you depart, chop it up, put it in the hat. You can draw it when you're there.
Yes, I can.
See, you can. We have the power.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
It really is a bit strange sometimes.
It was fun.
It is.
It's good fun. And we're going to go and have a 3 coffee now.
Oh, is it 3 o'clock?
Do you leave Sunday or Monday?
Monday. No, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can easily do it.
All right.
See? Team's got it organised for you. We'll look after you. It's a party next week, Steve.
There'll be no shenanigans in my house or studio while I'm gone. None.
It's a nature strip party.
You have a wonderful week. What's left of it? Stay cool. Thunderstorms are due through here, I think, on Thursday.
That will be
So
nice.
stay safe and stay cool. I don't like thunderstorms and hot weather.
No.
So be careful,
Fire
stay
weather.
safe and all of that sort of stuff. I will be back in later in the week at some stage, seriously. I will pop in and say hi. AQL posts are going up tomorrow now. Cass is feeling a bit better. Excuse me. And there'll be a demo for Chandler's Cottage Applique Sampler Girls later in the week. I think that will be Saturday morning because they'll have all their packs have gone out. So there's all of that. And Benina Girls, we talked about coming back and talking about twin needles as well.
I've done lots of that.
So we're doing twin needles at some point. I will put up and let you know when those things are happening because you don't have to watch them
Live.
demos live. You do if you want to grab specials, but if we haven't got all those stuff,
I just can't
but you
grab
can
this
watch them
special
on
on Tuesdays.
YouTube later on. I'm taking Emma to the kitchen now for a quick lesson on cleaning her sewing machine. All right. Have a
Bye.
lovely afternoon. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye. And that one.